A criminal.
Good. Now this one.
An officer of the law.
I see. And this one.
Justice.
Justice? I see 3 moths. How does he get justice from 3 moths?
Well, I could be wrong, sir, but you see, I took these 2 swirls.
There is no right or wrong, Constable. These are merely indicators of an internal state.
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
No, nothing.
As I was saying, these tests were designed to help us assess the psychological profile of the individual members of the...
You sure you don't hear that?
Hear what, Fraser?
A chainsaw and hammering. Carpentry, could be carpentry.
Fascinating. And is the sound coming from close by or from far away?
Quite close. Actually, I think it's coming from right here.
Perhaps we should be trying a little word association.
Chainsaw.
Massacre.
Closet.
What kind of question's that?
Well, it's nothing untoward. It's just if I say closet, one person might say brooms, and another person might say carpentry.
Yeah, and I might say, hey, you're losing your mind, Fraser.
Well, that question has been raised only recently. Surveillance. I thought as much.
Disgusting.
What is?
Well, kissing right out in the middle of the street like that, then flaunting it all over the place. And
I didn't realize you were so prudish.
me, hey, that's not it. I'll try anything. That's not the point.
What is the point?
The point is, we got laws in this city, and I'm sworn to enforce them. And one of those laws bans lascivious acts. Thank you very much, Fraser. Page 118. And that, my friend, is definitely a lascivious act.
You know, Ray, this is the 1890 Illinois Criminal Code.
Old laws are the best laws, Fraser. Look at that. Look at it. Would you look at...
Hang on a second.
What? What?
Gun.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Saving your life.
I don't understand. Why are you so upset? This man saved our life, Stella.
Yeah, because he just happened to be driving by.
Oh, no, ma'am. Actually, Detective Vecchio and I were on a routine surveillance. Apparently, we were on the lookout for... Well, we were on the lookout for lascivious acts, although I'm not sure that what we witnessed could
Shut
be...
up, Fraser.
Understood.
This is my partner, Fraser. He's Canadian.
Obviously.
This is Alderman Frank Orsini.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
And you, thank you.
And this is my ex-wife, Stella.
But I want you all to know that I have every confidence in the police department of Chicago.
I think that's enough. Thank you.
Thank you.
Involved in this matter.
Well, as Lieutenant said, that's all we know right now.
Why the circus?
Well, your ex-wife is in law enforcement, Ray. Naturally, any attempt on her life would warrant extra effort.
Actually, it's the guy she's doing. Turns out he's some big shot politician.
What was that? Sorry, I missed that.
He's a politician, you know, city alderman. He's about to become mayor.
See, I know that the part about my wife.
About the guy she's doing.
Yeah.
Well, he's a good-looking guy, lots of cash, moves around the right circles. Actually, I don't think they're just friends. I'd get over it if I were you. You've been replaced.
Funny guy.
Easy.
Come on, Frank.
Easy. Come on. I'd like you to meet my new partner. This is Tom Dewey.
Ah, pleased to meet you. I imagine you'd be named after the famous prosecuting attorney and former governor of New York, Thomas Edmund Dewey.
No, actually, I was named after my uncle. He sold fish. Who are you?
Constable Ben Fraser, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. I first came to Chicago on the trail of the killers of my father, and for reasons that really, well, they don't need exploring at this particular juncture, I've remained attached as liaison with the Canadian consulate.
So what did you see?
It all happened pretty fast. There's a guy about 6 feet tall, but his face was hooded, so you couldn't...
And actually, he was a 6'3", wore black pants, a black hooded sweatshirt. He drove a gray 1990 Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra. Unfortunately, I was unable to make out the license plate, but I did notice that he was driving on Firestone steel-belted radials with an all-weather tread.
You couldn't see the plate, but you could see the tires?
Hey, just write it down.
Well, no, I didn't actually see the tires, but the street, I realized, has not been tended to by street cleaners lately, and I was able to make out the tire track mark.
Is this guy for real?
Jury is still out on that.
Most importantly, I noticed that the right rear tire had a distinctive nick.
Oh, a neck.
Excuse me. Ray, Fraser, a couple of things I want to straighten out.
Yeah, you guys just get back to your donuts, sir.
There is an issue I'd like to clear up. Like, excuse me, Fraser. Your ex-wife, I don't think she believes that you were actually just passing by here.
She's paranoid.
Good. Because I'd hate to think one of my officers would actually be sick enough to be tailing his ex-wife on a date.
No, sir. Nobody want to think that, sir.
Good, because Alderman Orsini would like to thank you guys personally. After that, you can give him and Ms. Kowalski a ride home.
A ride home?
You got a problem with that?
No problem, sir.
Good, because until we find out who tried to kill him, you're going to be his personal bodyguard.
Come on, find somebody else.
No, the Alderman specifically requested you and Fraser. It seems you exhibited some kind of competence this evening.
Got it.
Actually, Lieutenant, you see, I have several outstanding issues here.
No. I already talked to Thatcher. She seems to think that due to your mental state, that it would be better if Turnbull stood guard.
Did you happen to elaborate on my... sir?
Would your wolf be more comfortable if I sat in the middle?
Well, perhaps. He does ordinarily enjoy a window seat.
I think things are just fine the way they are.
You know, I really appreciate what you two did for us back there, putting your lives on the line like that.
Well, there's nothing more than our duty, sir.
A lot of Chicago cops wouldn't feel that way.
Actually, most would. In fact, a lot of guys are a lot better at this bodyguarding stuff than we are.
I'm being shot at. You know, I need someone I can trust, someone that's good. That's you.
I think perhaps Ray's a little uncomfortable with the fact that we're seeing each other, Frank.
Oh, I highly doubt that, Stella.
You do?
Yeah, you're a practical man. You know, one thing that politics has taught me is that the world is a matrix of practicality. If you approach any problem sensibly and you discover that X equals Y, there's a pretty good chance you'll also discover that Y equals X. Now, we're all adults. You're not married any longer. He's a professional. Where's the problem?
No problem. X equals Y.
Stella?
Oh, no problem for me.
So this is where you live?
Weekdays. I have a place in the country for the weekend.
Oh, now you've gone and done it. The wolf's upset.
Even bigger.
Terribly sorry, but he tends to be overly protective of women.
That's okay. I'm a little protective of Stella myself. Well,
Evening, Alderman.
looks like I have plenty of company for the night. I'll see you two guys at 7.
Good night, sir.
How's it going, gents? Mr. Orsini?
What were you doing at the restaurant, Ray? Are you stalking me?
Ma'am, I don't think stalking would be an accurate description. I think...
I'm sorry, I'm a little unclear as to how this is any of your business.
Well, Ray is my partner and my friend, and I'm very confident that his intentions were honorable.
Well, I'm glad you think that, but where I come from, you don't drive around spying on your ex-wife when she's going out with another man.
Well, you have a point, ma'am, but he did save your life at considerable risk to his own.
I'm sorry, Stella.
What do you want, Ray?
I want you. You know we were put on this planet to love one another. We can't throw that away. That's something you know, and... I know.
What do you want, Ray?
Nothing.
I'm gonna get a cab.
Look, Stella, I'm supposed to give you a ride home, aren't I?
It's okay. I'll see you.
Stella! Come on, Stella!
Stella! Stella!
You're acting very strangely tonight, Ray. I mean, I don't mean this as a criticism, but...
Look, this is the first time she's been serious about a guy since we split up.
How do you know that?
My mom. They're pals. They talk all the time. She tells her everything.
You know, Ray, she is your ex-wife. I mean, you really can't interfere in her life. I mean, I could see how she would misunderstand that.
Look, I know that. But I worry about her. I think about her all the time.
It must not be easy for you.
You have no idea. It's just...
Ray, I thought the shooting incident was Huey and Dewey's case, that we were merely assigned to bodyguard the alderman.
Right. Have you ever heard of preemptive bodyguarding, Fraser?
No.
We put the shooter away. I don't have to watch him move in on Stella. I hate this thing. It never does what I want. Just take... Thanks.
Alderman threatened overdevelopment project.
He's the guy pushing the Manor Point project.
Manor Point?
Yeah, big-time development. Tearing up a lot of old housing and putting in yuppie shopping malls, that kind of stuff. The people are getting ticked off because they're getting turfed out. Make it print. Damon Reese, head of the Manor Point Community Association. We'll start with him tomorrow.
While we're bodyguarding?
We'll work it out. Come on, Fraser. Gotta get up early.
Now, Warren and Vecchio.
So do we wait here or go in or what?
I think perhaps it's best if we wait. I thought we were driving.
Yeah, here you go. Oh, no. I cannot do this, Fraser. I cannot.
Of course you can, Ray.
She spent the night with him.
Well, now, we don't know that. I mean, that may be the case. On the other hand, perhaps she just came by for a breakfast date.
A breakfast date?
Well, sure, people have luncheon dates, dinner dates. Why not a breakfast date?
Because it's, what's the word? Stupid.
Well, what's so stupid about that? I mean, eating together is eating together. I don't see how the time of day is relevant.
It's relevant because people go on dates to get in bed, not out of them.
You know, that's an extremely narrow interpretation of what it...
Fraser, you know, if I want to know how to track muskox across the tundra, fine. But when it comes to the dating habits of the Stella, I happen to be an expert.
Well, all I'm trying to say is...
Plus, it would take an active god to get her out of bed. I mean, I don't think she drove an hour across town just to chomp cereal with mutton head.
If it's not too much problem, guys, I gotta get to work.
Thank you, Fraser.
So terribly sorry.
Not a problem.
Hello, friends. Today is a great day for the city of Chicago. Today is a great day for the people of Manor Point. Today, we begin phase 1 of a project that epitomizes the vigor and the spirit of Chicago. A project that uses the strength of the free enterprise system for the good of everyone in the community.
That's our man, Damon Reese.
I hear you. I know you're worried. I know that for a lot of you, this will mean change, and change can be frightening. But change can also mean growth.
That's crap!
No, this project includes provisions for low-cost housing.
You're displacing 5,000 people and putting in 500 units that maybe they can't even afford.
It's a start, my friend. It's a beginning. And it's for you. It's for the people of Manor Point. It's for the children. I believe I believe that this project will encourage growth. It will encourage an entrepreneurial spirit in this area that will lift everyone up.
Lift up yuppie businessmen.
You know, we've got to stop shouting at each other and start talking. We're all good people. We all have good intentions. We've got to learn to work together. And if we do, this project will be a beacon for the entire city. That's why I am glad to be here today for this groundbreaking ceremony. Join me.
No way. I'm not helping you tear up my life. It's an attack on the community and everyone who lives in it. Nobody wants.
These guys are gonna go.
It's our homes that are being torn down. We have every right to be here.
Excuse me, gentlemen, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to ask you to stop right there.
Who the hell are you?
The Constable Benton Fraser, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
A Canadian.
That's right.
You ever hear of free speech in Canada?
Well, certainly.
Now then, would you please get out the way and let us exercise?
Well, I would like to, sir, but I'm afraid that this situation has the potential of going beyond the boundaries of civilized debate.
I could have done it without.
Hold it! Chicago PD! First guy tries any free speech gets their head kicked in. You got that? Any takers? Now beat it! Go! Back up!
That was very effective, Ray, although I'm not sure that your methods are really in keeping with the spirit of the Constitution.
The Constitution is a piece of paper. Kick in the head is a jolt. Okay, watch the fall. Fraser, say hypothetically, something happens and you gotta take a bullet for the guy. Do me a favor. Don't.
You know, Ray, it's really nice to know you're so concerned for me.
I wasn't thinking about you, Fraser.
Oh, no, of course not.
Hey, Reese! Hold up. Nervous guy?
What do you want?
I just want to ask you a couple questions.
Look, it was a peaceful, democratic protest. You got nothing to hassle me.
I'm not hassling you. Who's hassling you?
Every cop wants to interest and stick on me, that's who.
You don't like Orsini?
I don't like what he's doing. We lost 4 blocks today. I plan to keep the rest. Man, what do you see here?
Slum.
A community, neighborhood, homes, families. 4 generations of my family live right here. Maybe it looks like a slum to you and Alderman Orsini over there, but it's home to a lot of people who love and care about it.
Look, hey, if this development deal is so bad, how come it's still going through?
Because people are scared. They don't know how to fight big city hall or big money.
Well, if someone tried to fight City Hall last night with a bullet, someone took a shot at Orsini.
You're kidding.
You got any idea who that might be?
If I knew, I'd tell you in a second. This stuff is killing us.
How?
A death threat on an alderman, a shooting. People don't want to get involved in that kind of stuff. It scares them off. We were just starting to build some momentum now. Yeah, thanks. Did you get the license plate?
I got the first 3 letters. That's all right, I can run that on the computer.
Forget it. They're just some punks trying to scare me off. They're not gonna be able to do it.
Any action? Yeah, well, it's still early. They gonna be long?
Nope, they're just wrapping up now.
Come on, you don't tell me you can actually hear them.
Well, yes, I can.
Okay, what are they saying?
Well, I'm trying not to eavesdrop.
No, is he gonna ask Stella out for a thing? Is he like he was on the phone? What?
Sir,
Hey,
as a
you give me
friend,
a little
you have
information.
got to
You
come
get
to
some.
grips with
You
it.
have. You
Stop.
tell.
I'm Jerry, the alderman's assistant. I thought you might like to know the schedule. First, we go to a city council meeting. After that, some committee meetings, and then a dinner date.
A dinner date. With who? Stella Kowalski?
How'd you know that?
Boy, that committee meeting was fascinating, Ray. To actually see the inner workings of a great democratic organization.
Fraser, that was 5-hour talk about sewers.
Well, yes, it was, but still, to see how the different interests achieved a
Look,
compromise
it's all
without
graft,
rancor,
corruption,
without
and
fighting,
greed.
and then to realize this goes on day after
idiotic
day
lab.
after day.
I mean, there was more gas in
Keeping
that
the
room than the
city
entire
functioning
Chicago sewer
smoothly was
system.
absolutely illuminating.
Illuminating.
Yes, illuminating.
What's with you?
Hi.
Hi there.
How are you?
Frank, this is Diane Weston, a witness in one of my cases.
Hi, Diane. Pleasure to meet you.
Well, nice to meet you, Alderman Orsini.
Can you join us for drinks?
No, I can't, but thanks.
Okay.
I won't. Just a minute.
Hey, Diane. Don't do this to me. We belong together. We gotta get back together. Diane, I'm not gonna hurt you anymore.
Leave
Please,
her alone.
Stay out of this. This is between Diane and me.
I said get away from her.
Hey, look, you got a problem, pal? I just want to talk to my wife.
Just stay away from me, Dwayne.
You know what this is like. You're a man. You know how this feels. No, I don't. You better leave before I jump Bogart all over you. Beat it.
You all right? Yeah, I guess.
Need a ride home?
No, I'll be fine.
Get her in a cab?
Was I ever like that?
No, you always knew the line. Let's go. I'm prosecuting her husband for spousal abuse.
Really? Doesn't look the type.
The type? What? I don't get that. What type?
Ray?
Hey, I know I'm just the bodyguard ex-husband in this situation, but I'm allowed to have an opinion.
You always have an opinion.
And this one may be valid. After all, there's a general perception that abused women come from a certain stratum of...
Enough! I know about abused women. I spent a month convincing Diane to prosecute that creep. I don't need a lecture from a Chicago cop on the subject. Or a Mountie.
Understood.
Not a great idea to get into an argument with this fella.
Obviously.
Groundbreaking go okay?
Yeah, it went fine.
Yeah, except for the little protest and the people getting thrown out of their houses.
The project includes low-cost housing
Yeah, for 500 maybe.
That's 500 units. Actually, I think it was 200 units, and I believe you were going to use something that you called the spin to make it seem as if there were more. I think spin's the correct
No, it's exactly the right word, Fraser.
I inadvertently overheard some of your conversation.
Frank, only 200? I thought you said 5.
2, 5, who's counting? Where should we eat tonight? How about the Oriole? I love what the light on the water there does to your eyes.
I'm gonna puke.
Boy, I can't wait to thank you.
Ah, Monsieur Orsini. It's a pleasure to have you here tonight.
The pleasure's all mine, Frederick.
Anything you need, anything at all, you just tell me.
I'm sure everything will be just perfect.
Enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
The food here is excellent, Ray. You should try some.
I gotta try. That's the spirit. Now, I would recommend the shrimp cocktail.
May I have this dance?
No.
Forgotten how?
I don't feel like it.
Scared?
Don't be stupid.
There's something going on that,
No, I just don't feel like dancing.
Come on, you love to dance, Stella.
You're making a big deal of this, Stella. Why?
I'm not making a big deal out of anything. I don't want to dance.
It wouldn't bother me.
Of course it wouldn't bother you. I wouldn't care if it did.
No, I meant...
Come on, Ray.
Alderman, you got a little something in your teeth.
Think you're smart, don't you?
Nah, you're the smart one. I'm just pretty. This feels, I don't know...
Familiar.
Yeah. Easy. It's always easy with you. Like I don't weigh anything.
Yeah.
Music's over, pal.
It's over, Ray. Thanks for the dance.
You're both excellent dancers.
Been doing it since we were kids.
That's odd.
A lot of kids dance.
No, the champagne. The protective metal mesh always opens counterclockwise. This one opens clockwise. I'm sorry. What are you doing? It's a bad gear. Excuse me, please. Stand aside.
And what are you doing?
Bodyguarding.
Well, you think you could do it a little farther away?
If you can
Get up now.
Soon. Fraser, tomorrow morning you're gonna have green stuff growing in your eyebrows.
Hey, you may well be right, Ray. The quality of water was appalling.
You know, maybe a nice hot tub bath would be the thing. And the reason I mention this is because we just got a new one at our house, and it is perfect.
Francesca, why don't you just wait for the divers come?
Well, I was worried that the current would carry away the evidence. As it was, I was only able to retrieve these things. Huh. It's fascinating. This is not a standard detonation device. I believe it's a computer circuit board that's been adapted for this nefarious purpose.
Nefarious? What?
Demonic, evil, bad.
Yeah, right.
And this particular product appears to have been manufactured by the ADMT Computer Corporation. Here's a serial number I think will prove very interesting.
Well, how did this bottle get on the boat?
Dropped off by a courier.
It was a special present for the alderman.
Anyone see that courier?
Yeah, but they can't remember what he looked like.
Hey, why don't we get a couple people in to, look at some mug snaps?
Mug snaps? Francesca, it's mug shots. Mug shots.
Is this gonna take much longer? I'm a little tired.
I'll give you a ride home.
I'll go with Frank.
No, I already sent him home in a blue and white to avoid further incidents.
Thanks for driving me home, Ray. That shook me up a little.
A little scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, me too. Good night.
I'll walk you to the door. It's good to see you again.
Yeah.
So you really like this guy?
Well, he's nice. He's smart. He's charming. He's... What?
All of a sudden, I don't know how to talk to you.
It's not all of a sudden, Ray. It took years.
Yeah.
Do you wanna...
Yeah, I do. But, look, I don't think that's a good idea, because we might... Look, it just seems like the wrong time.
Yeah. Always is. Well, hey, maybe a breakfast date sometime. You, me, some eggs up easy.
That's kind of dumb idea still. That's like, what?
Nothing.
You okay?
Never better. Good night.
Good night. I suck.
How did you get in here?
Don't leave home without it.
It's 4 in the morning.
I know, but we got some investigating to do.
Listen, you didn't by any chance hear something strange, did you?
Like what?
Chainsaws.
This is Chicago, Fraser. The only time people use chainsaws is when they're trying to get rid of a body.
Right you are.
Look, I got the match on the plates of that guy who hucked the bottle at me.
What do you see?
Nothing.
Just checking. I'll get dressed.
I'll leave.
This is the address.
Yes, but I don't think we want to park, Ray.
Well, how else are we going to question this Joe Mendelson character?
Couldn't try following his car.
Good thinking. That's the guy from the fight the other day.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. We know he had a reason to dislike Reese.
And look who's here.
It's Orsini's assistant.
I bet Orsini hired the guy to harass Reese.
That's just pure speculation, Ray. Given your relationship with the alderman, I think it's unlikely to be taken seriously by the higher-ups.
What relationship?
Your, thing, your relationship.
This is great. This is greatness. I knew Orsini was dirty. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go pull this guy's chain, Fraser. Come on, Fraser. We don't have time to go sniffing hubcaps.
Firestone steel-belted radials with an all-weather tread and a distinctive nick in the right rear tire.
What are you saying? You're saying this is the guy who shot at Orsini?
Possibly.
But he works for Orsini.
That's right.
Oh, great. What, so we got the alderman on attempted suicide?
Inducement to suicide is still a crime in the state of Illinois.
Got the death penalty for that?
Well, I don't imagine the death penalty would be an effective deterrent for potential suicides.
All right, got a point there.
Yes, sir.
It's the third call from the alderman. He wants to know where you are. That's the third call from the alderman. He wants to know where you are.
Oh, Fraser's got that covered like a blanket. He's all over it.
Yeah, but apparently he feels he deserves at least one official member of this department.
Hang on. Huey? You're on it?
I didn't do anything.
Oh, he threw a bottle at me and Damon Reese. That is assaulting a police officer, and he attacked some protesters. So maybe we're thinking you're working for Orsini.
See, this is a crucial point for here because if you were working for the alderman, we could consider you a small fish that might be able to be thrown back into the water.
It's his word against yours, and who's going to believe?
I want a lawyer.
Oh, there's also the attempted murder of Orsini.
No. I didn't try to kill anybody.
Two detectives just executed a search warrant in your apartment. They found the gun.
That was nothing. No. It was all nothing. It was just, PR.
PR. You do your PR work with a gun.
Legs, It's an image thing, That was Orsini's idea, the threats to shooting. It was all supposed to make Reese and his idiots look bad. Spin, PR, politics.
Mm-hmm. And what about the bomb?
No, I had nothing to do with that.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
somebody.
come on.
No, hey, you gotta believe me, man. Maybe Orsini set it up somehow, but that just wasn't me.
What's in it for Orsini? Moolah.
Cash.
Edis.
Coin.
Dust.
You'll get it. We just need to grease a few more wheels.
Better get it. We paid you plenty for this.
Just keep your voice down. That idiot behind us has ears like a bat.
You're very welcome. Let's do lunch this week.
Okay, great.
Take care.
All right.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Can you set an appointment with me for Judge Bishop early this week? Mr. Orsini.
Yeah.
Orsini! I thought I'd find you here.
About time you showed.
Well, I hope you accept my apologies. It took me a little while to get the warrant.
Warrant?
For your arrest.
You just come along, sir.
This is ridiculous. You can't arrest me like this.
Like this? Would you like handcuffs, guns, perhaps?
I want to see a lawyer.
What are the charges?
Fraud, conspiracy, trying to blow up a boat for starters.
Gentlemen, excuse me. I think you can probably also help in this process. I believe you will be able to explain how you got the wheels so greasy.
He was right, like a bat. Fraser, it's how you grease the wheel.
No, how you grease the wheel. That's how you grease the wheel. How you grease the wheel. Right. Sorry.
No, Fraser, I thought by busting Orsini make me feel better, but...
No, Ray, you're just experiencing PCS, post-chase syndrome. There's always an accompanying letdown.
Yeah, I know. I should have popped him in the head when I had a chance. Just...
They're all spilling their guts.
The whole Manor Point project is corrupt, and Frank's right in the middle of it.
For a politician, what a surprise.
It was to me, Ray.
Well, as it should be. You know, Ray, a cynical acceptance of the betrayal of public trust, but that's the road to ruin in a democracy.
You want to ride?
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
I
you.
do.
Oh, sorry. Well, I suppose a brisk walk, night air, do me good.
It's got to be 20 blocks.
I know, but if I go the long way, I'll get some exercise.
Ray! Ray! Ray!
Can I help you, Francesca?
You want this?
What is it?
I don't know. It's from some computer place, information on some serial numbers Ray sent them.
It's the detonator from the bomb.
Yeah, whatever.
The main circuit board came from a prototype.
So is that good?
Well, there were only 3 prototypes made. They never left the factory, so it stands to reason that our bomber works at the factory. Do you think you can get me a list of all the employees?
Yeah, sure, Fresh.
Thank you kindly. Lieutenant, did Alderman Orsini actually confess to the bombing?
No, he said he had nothing to do with it.
I'm inclined to believe him.
Because?
Well, for one thing, if Ray and I hadn't intervened, he'd have been vaporized.
Perhaps he was counting on you to intervene.
Well, perhaps, but unlikely. I think, actually, we're dealing with another bomber.
Maybe I should come in.
I don't know. We're dangerous.
That's a fact.
Okay. A few minutes.
Hey, Fresh. I got that list you wanted.
Thank you, Dad. Oh, dear.
Well, whoever it is can wait.
Not that again.
Come on.
Need that?
Just like the first night I met you. The most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
I was 12.
And I wasn't wearing my glasses because I was too vain, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I could stay the night.
You could.
Be perfect.
It would be a mistake. You could stay, we could make love. And it'd be great, like 1,000 times before. But tomorrow would be right back where we were this morning. Maybe a couple more regrets.
I love you.
I love you too. Always will. But you know I'm right.
No, but there could be.
It's not. I didn't say you couldn't stay.
Oh. Ignore that.
Okay.
Ray, Stella, I hate to intrude, but I can hear the music. I know you're in there. Ray!
Fraser, this is the wrong moment for a visit. In fact, of all the wrong moments for a visit, this is the wrongest.
No, Ray, I know this is, and believe me, I understand. It's just that if Stella's life were not at risk, you know that.
Come on in.
Ray?
Sorry. Come on.
Wayne Weston worked for ADMT Computers, which means that the bomb was intended for Stella.
They're picking up Weston?
They're looking for him now.
So we should get Stella out of here before...
My thoughts exactly.
Get back. Get back inside. Stay back.
Drop the gun.
Shut up! kill you all. What do you want? What do you Stay back. I want my wife back. She turned my wife against me. She ruined everything. When she's gone, everything will be the way it used to be. No, you can't erase it like that. The things that were said, the things that weren't said. And when it's over, it's over. You gotta accept that and live with it. Shut up! You shut up. That's what. Twitch! I shoot you. Go ahead, Twitch.
The bomb! The bomb!
Over! Out! Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Fraser, what are you doing? Throw it!
Well, although it's a legal raid, it's not uncommon to see frustrated fishermen resort to desperate measures to reach their daily limit.
What are you talking about?
Well, apparently in this method of fishing, timing is everything.
What?
Maybe I should go home.
Stella will be all right?
Yeah, she'll be just fine by herself.
Want to get something to eat?
Nah, Fraser, I think I'd like to be alone.
I understand. You know, Ray, what you said to Weston about not being able to go back, did you mean that?
No, I was lying.
Because you had a gun pointed to your head?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I understand, or as you might say, I overstood. Huh.
Fraser? The results are in. All in all, quite encouraging. Not surprisingly, my psychological profile is rock solid. Turnbull's mental state, however, was likened to a block of Swiss cheese, but that's hardly news.
And me, sir?
Acceptable.
Well, I'm relieved to hear that, sir. You don't by any chance happen to hear somebody singing, do you? You know, there are times I wish you weren't deaf.
Come on in. Shut the door. It's cold out there.
In actual fact, it's 22 degrees Celsius.
What's that in real temperature?
It's, How did... When... What is this?
This is my office. I haven't been getting enough work done either.
I wasn't aware you had work.
Well, there you go. You haven't been listening.
You know, Dad, since you're here, it seems to be kind of Did you ever have a partner who needed your help, but you didn't know how to help him?
Yeah. Yeah, there was the time Cleet Brockelmeyer got stuck down a 40-foot crevasse and I only had a 20-foot rope. Is that the kind of thing you're talking about?
No, I was thinking more along the lines of trouble with a woman.
All right. We threw Snuffy Briggs in the snowbank a couple of times to cool his ardor. First time it didn't work. Second time he got pneumonia and took him out of circulation for a month.
It's great help, Dad.
Good.
You know, Dad, on another subject, just what kind of... Perhaps the tests need some refining.
Perhaps.
Sun
I'm almost done, Ray.
Look, you touch that thing one more time, you're gonna wear a hole in it.
You know, any job worth doing is worth doing well, Ray.
You're protecting rocks, Fraser.
They're not just rocks, Ray. They are transformation masks. Hand-carved basalt, over 1,000 years old. You know, the Tsimshian people used them in a winter ceremony to pray that the gods would return the sun to them in the spring.
Yeah, well, they give me the creeps.
Well, you should stop looking at them.
They're looking at me.
You know, it's interesting you should say that because that's what they're intended to do. You see, the inner mask has its eyes open, and the outer mask has its eyes closed, and they interlock, one inside the other. It's the only matching set in existence.
Yeah, well, that's great. Can we go now? Fraser.
Coming.
Fraser.
Coming.
Fraser.
Yep. In 1879, the masks were confiscated by an Anglican priest named Duncan, who had been sent to convert the Tsimshian. And as was the custom in those days, he took their religious symbols from them. He later sold the masks to two separate countries, and they're finally being reunited after more than 100 years.
So?
It's an important moment of history for both Canada and France, not to mention the political, cultural, and religious significance it holds for the North American native peoples.
And?
Well, they're worth over $1 million.
Oh, now you're talking. The car is this way.
It was the summer I spent at the Sorbonne. I was young and a trifle naive, I'm afraid.
Yes, but what artist model isn't? Do you still have the sketches?
Yes, sir.
What is it, Fraser?
I've completed my inspection of the security systems. I've checked the motion detectors, the emergency backup system, the pressure plates, and examined the perimeter of the building.
Twice.
Fine. Carry on.
May I introduce Detective Vecchio? Mr. Robinson is the museum's curator, and I believe you know Inspector Thatcher.
Hello, Mr. Robinson.
Police. Constable. The museum has a well-deserved reputation for top-notch security. I think that we have it covered.
Yes, sir. Still,
Thank you, Fraser. I think we should let Mr. Robinson get home to his family.
Well, that would be a long drive. My parents live in Pensacola.
Really? I love Pensacola. Where is that exactly?
I think she wants him. For what?
They'll still be there in the morning. Come on.
Moving it. Can you see that shine? I feel a change as you roll on down the line. When the shore fires burn out on a new frontier, where the past don't haunt you and there's nothing else to fear. Baby, don't you hold out too long. They might not let you be. Moving on, feel the wind in your hair. The sunshine tonight, I can take you there to the land of midnight sun. Ragged off the road.
The Dragon Lady and Mr. Museum Guy. Oh, she must be desperate.
There's nothing we can't hold, nothing we can't be. They've taken everything, but what do they put back? I don't really give a damn, cause there's nothing here that we lack. Baby, don't you hold out too long. They might not set you free. Moving on, the wind in your hair. The sunshine tonight, I can take you there to the land of midnight sun.
right, we got it. Freeze! See the head!
It's your soul. You might not let you be. Stand back while it burns for the midnight sun. Ragged as a road. All the time, again and again. Standing out where you might see the shade. Oh, did you climb the midnight sun down a ragged ass road?
Eric!
She's a dilly, yeah, you bet. Land of the midnight sun. Ragged ass road.
So you fell? Yes, I fell. You fell? Yes, Ray, I fell. Oh, no, you see, that just doesn't make any sense because Mounties don't just fall. They leap, they bound, they gravitate, but they don't just fall. I think I knew him. Who, the thief? Yes. And you got a good look at him while you were dangling there? Well, no, Ray, of course not. The truth is, I'm not sure exactly what it was I saw. We got your picture out on the wire. Sooner or later, it's going to come back with a name and a place. And you would have wasted a great deal of this detective's time, and in the process, made him very angry. So why don't you make it easy on yourself?
I told you, I came to see a Blackhawks game.
You know, the museum's a funny place to be catching a game.
Your partner took the masks and left you hanging there. And why are you protecting him? I got nothing to say.
I'll tell you something. Ray.
He's right. There's nothing he can do for us.
So there's nothing we can do for him.
The Max Cindy?
So what was that? Some form of secret Canadian you only speak to one another?
Shim.
Oh, that was going to be my next guess.
I'm a little rusty, but he seemed to understand what I meant.
Oh, there you are. You were right. He's Canadian. One misdemeanor, charges dropped. David Katikmit is his name, from Nakina.
Nakina. That's Canadian, Elaine, for frozen or cold or maybe even tundra.
Thank you kindly, Elaine.
Not so fast. Welsh wants to see you. You've got visitors.
Mr. Chon is here representing the French government and Mrs. Kelly, the Canadian. The masks?
Nothing to report, sir.
You weren't able to apprehend the thief?
No, sir, I'm afraid not.
That's not good enough, is it?
No, sir, it's not.
Look, he gravitated 50 feet off that roof trying to get that guy. He's lucky to be alive.
Of course.
Nice shirt.
Yes, well, you caught me changing.
I'm sure we did.
We are currently interrogating a suspect, a Canadian citizen that we apprehended at the museum. May I?
Are they all this polite?
He's native.
Yes, he is.
That makes sense. Lieutenant, my government is very concerned. You see, we have received demands by the Canadian Aboriginal people for the return of our half of the mask.
As has our own government.
Meaning?
It's a Tsimshian religious symbol, sir, and apparently they would like it back.
It's understandable.
But irrelevant. They sold it to us.
And us.
Well, that would appear to be a matter of considerable dispute.
Really?
Needless to say, if the masks are not recovered by the gala opening on Saturday...
I trust you can put aside your many open cases and give this one your complete, undivided attention.
Most definitely, sir.
I thought so.
Thank you for your cooperation, Lieutenant.
My pleasure.
We'll discuss this later.
I'm sure we will, sir.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant. Detective Vecchio. I trust you will grant the French all the courtesy that you extend here to the Canadians.
Of course.
Thank you.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Women 101. Learn at least one word in every foreign language.
Understood.
Vecchio!
For this one, vamonos.
Freeze, detective.
Ray, would you?
Coward. Louise, did I tell you how good you look in green? Now, if this is about our date on Saturday night...
My office tells me that you have a minor child in custody against all good sense and logic.
Oh, come on, he's no
without
choir
counsel.
boy,
Could you
Louise.
please explain this to me, detective? And please also tell me that you are not actually interrogating him under these circumstances?
Louise. Thank you. Well, since he's 17 and juvy's full, child welfare is going to take him to a temporary shelter. St. Laurent made a deal with the public defender to peddle him until charges are laid tomorrow. Consideration of the conversation that we did not have with him.
He'll disappear.
Yeah, well, we don't have a lot of choice. It's out of our hands. All right, come on.
Okay, David, here we go. We're just around the corner. Hungry?
So what happens now?
Child welfare gets comfortable, turns on the cable, and we spend the rest of the night out here on our bunions, that's what. It's a waste of time.
I'll check on the social worker.
I'll take David.
You all right? Yeah. Come on. All right. trust that kid. I was wondering when you'd get here, Monty. I was wondering when you would show up. Hello, Eric.
David is young and idealistic. When we heard that the mask would be brought together, and David and another Shimshian boy disappeared from their village, I knew where he would go. This Thunderbird is a symbol of a warrior society that is calling our youth together. Nowadays, when youth feel the power of the spirit, they are not patient and willing to leave things to the elders or the proper authorities. They will take things into their own hands.
It was you, wasn't it?
Me?
On the roof of the museum.
What took you to the roof of a museum?
A thief.
David's friend, Joshua Springer, perhaps.
I don't think so. It was you.
I was here. You can ask your wolf.
It was you.
I heard a story once. It tells of a man who became a raven and went to Skyworld to steal the sun. Raven stole the sun and brought it back to his people so they can have light, but this left Skyworld blind. Perhaps it was a raven you saw on a roof.
No. It was a man that I saw on the roof. And I'm going to find him.
You will?
Yes, I will. And then I will arrest him, and I will return the masks.
I'm gonna find my nephew David, and I'm gonna return the masks.
And we both seek the same thing.
Maybe I can help you. David left a trail of credit card charges behind him.
Good. So we understand each other.
So this is where you sleep.
Well, yes. You're welcome to stay.
It's a bit cramped.
It's not that bad. And once you get used to it.
You've changed, Monty.
I've changed?
I'll be comfortable out here. Finally! Thought you was gonna sleep all day.
6 in the morning. What are they doing here?
Cooking.
Did you invite them?
They're my family. I could hardly keep them away.
Ah, Victoria, Albert, it's been quite a long time.
Hello, Fraser. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm quite fine, thank you.
Wow.
I brought a TV. I hope you don't mind. We don't want to miss our programs.
No, please, make yourselves at home.
Chicago doesn't seem to have a very good selection.
I was unaware of that.
We're just happy to be here, Fraser.
And why are you here?
We were worried about David, and I've always wondered about the architecture here.
Have you found him?
No, but we are looking.
Well, you wasted half a day.
Breakfast?
No, thank you. I'm already quite full.
Let's go.
Eric, I have to confess to feeling a little bit of embarrassment. regarding my incompetence as a host. Not to mention some real concerns about overcrowding.
I guess none of us figured on the apartment being so small. Good thing Sarah and Patty didn't come. Those two girls could pack light if their house was on fire.
Right. Well, let's call Ray.
We left our shoes in the hall.
I'm sure they will be fine. Thanks for leading them the guidebook. Ray, this is Eric from the territories. He's here to help us look for David and his friend. And he may be able to offer some assistance in finding the masks. Yeah, Eric.
David rented a car in Chicago using a stolen credit card.
Oh, yeah, I know where this place is. It's on the south side. Fraser, there's black smoke coming out of your apartment. Not to worry. Let's go. Not to worry? It's a cooking fire, Ray. It's completely harmless. Believe it or not, there's an entire family of Chim Chin living up there. Yeah, what are they trying to elect the Pope? Let's see what we got here. Bellissimas. Nah, too expensive. I don't want her to think I'm trying to impress her, which I am, but we don't want her to think that. Ray, pedestrians, where? Whoa. Thanks. Who is this she you refer to? Saint Laurent. State's Attorney, Saint Laurent? Yeah, I'm taking her out to dinner on Saturday night. Huh? Eric, would you hold the wheel for me? Thanks. Oh, Bilardi's. Thank you. I go there too often. If it doesn't work out, I won't be able to go back there for a couple of weeks. What do you mean, if it doesn't work out? Oh, you know how it is with women. When they tell you nothing fancy, pick me up at 8, dress casual, what they really mean is, you better do it up first class and break the bank at every turn, or they're going to fit you with goat's horns. You know what I'm saying.
Remind me to ask you later.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Here, Benny, do me a favor. You pick one out. Crabs and things. Would you give that to Eric, please? Hey, how about the loose moose? Give me that thing. You guys know nothing about wining and dining women. Eric, hold the wheel. Cops. Cool. Look, I need you to look up a rental that was made using this credit card number. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, I remember this guy. Indian. Medium height, dark hair, rented a white midsize. Very polite. Canadian driver's license.
You got a Chicago address?
The real one or the one he gave me?
You want to expand on that?
Well, I'm pretty sure the one he gave me was made up. But when he pulled out his credit card, there was a receipt from the rooming house. So I put both the addresses in the computer.
Sneaky. I like that. Excuse me. If the information he gave you regarding his address was false, would it not follow that the information he gave you vis-a-vis his intention to pay for the car or return said vehicle would also be false? Give us the second address. 845 Dearness Street. Lying little clerk. Well, your pal David's probably sitting somewhere laughing at us right about now. We're never gonna find him. Let's have a look. It's been stripped. Oh, on the contrary, Ray. Just have to know what to look for. Hamburger. All right.
Special sauce. McDonald's. His favorite.
Really? Because I was hoping this trail of evidence would lead us to Wendy's.
Fraser, look.
Ah, yes. Excellent preservation. What? You don't see it? No, what? What is it?
A footprint.
Well, how do you know it's his?
Mucklucks leave odd indentations.
Not as odd as a res runner, though.
No, those are tough. But you know, I figure with the mucklucks, his size, his weight, the wear on the soles, his knees are slightly bald since birth.
Oh, come on. There must be 100 footprints here. You mean to tell me there's not one car stripper in this neighborhood with bowed knees? Ray, please. The man knows what he's doing. Special sauce. It's him. I don't believe this. We're tracking a Happy Meal. Let me guess, French fries?
No. Yes, of course. I would have missed it. You're still sharp, Fraser.
So what was it? Apple pie, chicken McNuggets? David ditched the car, doubled back, then he went inside. Eric missed it. Why is this my life? Mounties, wolves, chimp-shin.
Second out of right.
Thank you kindly. I beat it. I hope this doesn't take too long. I got reservations to make. Police, open up.
Do we need a warrant?
I'll let him explain it. You see? None required.
David was here.
Yeah, the kid travels light. The second boy from David's village?
Joshua Springer?
Joshua Springer. Doesn't eat much, does he?
Apparently.
Hey, Frazier! Look what I found. That was easy. Yes, very.
I'm sure you must feel very conflicted right now. But I want you to know, because of your efforts, thousands of people are going to be able to share in the beauty of those masks. Thank you.
Will they pay?
What, admission? Yes, of course, $350. Why?
Just doing some math.
This is very exciting. I'll call Ottawa.
I've already taken care of that.
The newspaper should be told.
Already done.
And the French government?
I'll leave that to you.
Thank you.
How do you know? I just know. Yes, but how? Well, how does anyone know anything, Ray? You know.
Good work, Constable.
I hope so, sir. Sir, regarding the masks, is the curator quite satisfied?
Yes,
And Mrs. Kelly, Ms. Duchamp?
absolutely.
And yourself, sir?
I don't want to hear this, do I?
No. Constable Frazier believes it was too easy.
Ah, he does.
Well, yes, sir. And I believe that if we were to bring in a native expert, someone who is impartial...
There are no impartial natives when it comes to these masks, Fraser. Why don't I suggest a more constructive use of your time? Sell these.
Tickets?
To the opening night gala. You have a table to sell. Get cracking.
Yes, sir. How much? $100 a ticket.
Wow. Party, huh?
Yeah, black tie, 100 a plate.
That's $350 admission.
Yeah, looks like we got a boat.
We're late. We'd better hurry. There'll be a lineup.
A lineup? Sweat lodge, Ray. There's a sweat lodge in your apartment? Yes. Mrs. Garcia? Miss Krasjabalov?
Thank you, Captain Line.
Did you find David?
No.
Did you find the masks?
Yeah. No. Time's up. Hey, Fraser. Love your guests. Can I borrow this later?
Of course.
They built a sauna in your living room. It's a sweat lodge. Like there's a difference? Oh, yes. A sauna eases tired muscles. The purpose of sweat is for spiritual purification. Well, there's no way I'm getting purified. I'm not going to take my clothes off, sit in 100-degree heat surrounded by other people's sweat.
Claire's gone with Albert, and I need a partner.
Okay, so what do I change?
I remember you almost fainted the first time I brought you into one of these.
I was 10.
You were scrawny then,
I still am.
but you can still move fast.
Are you guys finished? Because Patty and I are ready to sweat. You robbed me of a very important spiritual moment back there, Fraser.
I saw Eric in a vision, Ray.
No, what you saw was a dancing man and a big black bird. Where I come from, this is not called a vision.
The bird is the raven. The raven is the trickster. The trickster came to return the masks to the Shimshin people.
Ravens do not break into museums.
No, they don't, but Eric did. Eric is the trickster. Now, what he discovered is that the masks were fake. Now, he knew if he led me to the fakes, I would in turn lead him to the real ones.
Oh, so that's what we're doing.
Yes, it's all part of his game.
Great. So, now we're playing his game and you're tracking by vision.
Yes.
Normally, that would be cause for concern. But seeing that we don't have any hard evidence or any real clues, dreaming some up might not be such a bad idea.
Well, we at least have this much, Ray. If the masks he took were fakes, then someone must have stolen the real ones and replaced them.
Oh, that would require a forger.
Yes, it would. Do you know any forgers?
Yeah.
Can we go and talk to them?
Sure. Would you like to do that now?
This was your friend's only suggestion?
This is Chicago, Fraser. Not a lot of call for forgers who carve in volcanic rock.
That door is ajar.
Yes. Not a good sign.
I didn't kill him.
Tell it to the judge. Excusez-moi. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you without charge.
Thousands of dollars of art is stolen every year and finds its way into private collections. But for every dollar stolen, there's 10 forgeries hanging in galleries all over the world. Even experts at the Louvre have purchased such fakes. Can I smoke?
No. And what about the masks?
All I can tell you is this. When I left Paris, the French half of the mask was very and definitely real.
So what's with all the cloak and dagger stuff?
When I saw that Constable Fraser was working with the Shimshin, I felt it was my government's best interest to find out where his allegiances rested.
Allegiance is based on trust. You don't appear to be a very trusting person, Miss Duchamp.
Appearances can be deceiving.
All right, let's cut through the bull. You killed the forger.
I did not. I did not kill him.
No. You just dropped by to take his pulse.
Thank you. Ballistics. The bullet that killed him was a .45. She had a 9mm. No match.
Time of death?
Between noon and 1.
Thanks. Hey, Benny. She didn't kill him.
I know. Look at her.
You have a French citizen with diplomatic immunity in there being interviewed, and I have a very angry French official in my office. Now tell me, what do these two things mean to you?
Just another opportunity to see your lovely face, Louise? She's all yours.
Thank you. What's the catch?
Oh, Louise, I'm hurt.
Just wait till tomorrow night.
Hey, Benny! How did you know? Okay, so if it wasn't her, then who was it? No, don't tell me. The curator.
No, he may be guilty of forgery and of switching the masks, but he's not the killer.
David, he's an activist.
Oh, he's a thief. He's not a killer.
Well, Eric. No, he was in the sweat lodge with us. There's nobody else.
Well, actually, there is.
Change of plan. I'm leaving tonight.
The Canadian? The Canadian is the killer? Oh, that is so un-Canadian.
This time tomorrow we'll be rich.
You have something that doesn't belong to you. Hands behind your head.
You don't want to hurt anybody.
I believe she already has, Ray.
Quiet.
Sorry.
Get the case, please. Over there.
I'm afraid those masks don't belong to you. Do they, Eric?
I'm glad you agree. What about the other guy?
There was no other guy. There was no Joshua Springer, was there?
No.
No. It was only you and David.
Right.
Those are my masks!
Maybe you haven't changed.
No, I haven't.
Nedzu Gapla.
Ian!
Gapla!
Oh, good. Now we all know where we stand. Drop the gun, Eric, or I'm going to have to shoot you.
I think you got your hands full, American.
Give me the gun. I'll return the masks, and perhaps the governments involved won't prosecute.
I think that's highly unlikely.
All right. Well, let's explore another option. You kill me, you take the masks, and you escape.
Now, that's a plan, too. I shot a caribou once. The next time I looked, he turned into a man.
You saved my life. I was grateful.
And now?
Now you may have to shoot me.
Wewa, Benga.
Hands behind your head. Let me guess. Eric's disappeared.
He does seem to have a knack for that.
Yeah, so I've noticed. Well, at least you got your mask back.
Yes, it would seem that everything's where it should be.
Well, I'm off.
Yeah, well, good. So, you're off.
Have you written your report yet?
It'll be on your desk in the morning, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Nothing. You won't be mentioning anything outside the case, will you?
Excuse me?
In your report. Will anything of a personal nature about anyone be making it into your report?
A personal nature, sir.
Don't be coy, Fraser.
I'm not trying to be, sir.
You know damn well I had communication with the curator outside of office hours.
Well, no, actually. I wasn't aware that,
Look, I had one perfectly innocent lunch with a criminal. All right, one lunch and one dinner. And a couple of drinks, I think. Never mind. Do what you will.
Sir.
What?
Quite honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh. Good. Thank you.
Yes, sir. What? Oh, please.
Well, I have to hand it to you, Ray. You really know how to show a girl a good time. Different, but good.
Hey, that's me. And just wait until you try this.
Oh, Ray.
All right. All right. Hey. Do the math. Do the math.
All right, do the math.
High winds, northern sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here. You wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way. Due south. That's the way I'm going due south.
Thank you.
Give me the money. Money! Come on! That's all the money you got.
Yes. Take what you want. Just leave me alone.
Keep your head down. Keep it down, you understand? Keep it down. Keep it down.
Okay, safety on the street is a matter of common sense. You must ask yourself... Damn, what? You must ask yourself what?
You must ask yourself, is it safe to walk in my neighborhood during the day or night?
This neighborhood? Of course it's not safe. It's a slum. What kind of bozo comes up with a safety tip like that?
The mayor's blue ribbon panel on safety for senior citizens.
Yeah, a bunch of do-gooders sitting around solving other people's problems, sipping on cappuccinos.
I'm dead, Fraser. These people are going to eat me alive.
They don't seem particularly threatening, right?
Old people just make me nervous.
Well, you know, the aged are just like people, too. Only they're older.
In the last 5 weeks, 6 of their neighbors have been beaten and robbed. Nobody can ID the guy. We got no leads, and Division sends me down here to reassure them. They're gonna rip me limb from limb. Hey, maybe I should bring the nightstick.
Ray.
Okay.
Diefenbaker. Now, don't be selfish. I've told you, taking an hour out of your day to visit with the elderly can be as rewarding an experience for you as it is for them. Come on, when's the last time I asked you to do a good turn? No. That was different. Those were orphans, and that taffy pull was for charity. Well, I shaved it out of your hair, didn't I? It's hopeless.
Step 6. How can I prevent myself from becoming a victim? Excuse me.
Deadbolts.
Deadbolts. That's correct. Purchase a strong deadbolt lock and be sure to keep it fastened at all times.
I got a deadbolt. It doesn't help when the door jamb is rotting.
Yes, and windows. Make sure the windows are fastened with key lock mechanisms and that bars are installed on all the lower levels.
Yeah, tell that to my landlord. And while you're at it, tell him to put in a hot water heater.
Yes, sir. We appreciate your plumbing problems, but that's not what I'm here for.
Then what are you here for? You sure didn't do nothing when that animal attacked my mother. I want to know what you people are going to do.
It's an honest question, Ray.
Well, I realize that, Fraser, but the division doesn't want me to answer it. They only want me to talk about deadbolts and window bars.
Well, perhaps these people don't consider that to be a realistic solution.
Damn right it isn't.
Will you keep your voice down?
Yes, when on the street, what is the best method of personal protection? Anyone? Anyone?
A positive attitude. I'm merely suggesting, Ray, that one shouldn't allow fear to dictate one's actions. Oh, and traveling in groups is a good deterrent, and it can provide some pleasant companionship.
Fraser, these people aren't going lawn bowling. They're trying to survive in an urban hellhole.
Well, they can try to survive in it alone, Ray, or they can meet the challenge, but that's up to them.
It's easy for you to say.
Well, yes, perhaps it is. I haven't lived in this neighborhood as long as you have. Where I come from, the challenges are quite different. There are no drug dealers or pimps, and few thieves to bother with. There's only the environment. And surviving in the face of it is the challenge of the Inuit. A mother gives birth somewhere out on a glacier field, hundreds of miles from the nearest outpost, and she knows that the odds are stacked against her son even living to see the spring. Disease or the lack of food, the elements. And even if they should survive, and if he should grow to be a boy, she knows very well that all he has to do is lose his footing on the smooth surface of a glacier, and that'll be that. In other words, she should know that her son cannot live. So why should she try? Well, I know this woman. I helped deliver her son. She was weak and undernourished. But the next morning she stood up and she picked her child up into her arms and she set out again into the blinding snow. And I think that was the single most courageous act that I've ever seen.
This is what's wrong with you, Fraser. You see a problem and you gotta fix it. You can't even go to the men's room without stopping to tell some simple, stupid, charmingly witty Inuit story that inspires people to take on the world's social ills.
Well, I'm sorry, Ray, but I fail to see how a small group of people banding together to form a neighborhood watch constitutes a form of political anarchy.
Well, at least this morning they had the good sense to be scared. Now there's probably hordes of them wandering the streets doing God knows what.
Ray, that's just silly.
Remember, it's on your head. If one of those old people so much as slipped putting up a poster on that ice, just remember, you're the one they voted block captain.
I'll remember that. Oh, what exactly is a block captain?
You'll be needing these. We ordered them the last time someone tried to do a watch in this neighborhood. The guy got shot before he could get them out of the box. So far, so good.
Thank you, Mrs. Fisher, and Mr. Porter, thank you very kindly.
Sure.
Mr. Rubens, there you go.
Can I keep it?
No, sir, I'm afraid not.
Do I get a badge?
None appear to have been provided.
How about a hat? That's nice.
You mean?
Yeah, your hat.
Oh, well,
What size is it?
It was 1942, and Benny Goodman was playing his bit at the Orpheus. And I'm telling you, back at that time, I could really cut a rug. Would you like a taffy?
Now, if anybody bothers you, you take this, you put it to your lips, and you blow as hard as you can. Elaine. You think you can do that? Good. You ready? On 3. 1, 2.
Good morning, Mr. Calling. I was hoping you'd join us.
I come here every day. What's new?
The Neighborhood Watch. We could use your help.
I'm busy.
Well, yes, sir. I can see that you are.
He keeps to himself.
Shall we?
No! This is my post, 16th and Morgan. It's marked right here on the map.
You're guarding my building? You twice cheated me, canasta?
I didn't cheat you, old fool. You fell asleep and missed your turn.
Well, the neighborhood's definitely in safe hands now.
Well, they just need a little drilling, Ray. They'll get the hang of it.
Yeah, right.
What are you?
Neighborhood Watch meeting, Thursday night. Hope you'll join us.
I've double-checked every statement. I've interviewed the neighbors. I talked to every shopkeeper on the street. Nobody's seen this guy, and even those who did can't describe him. It's like the guy doesn't exist.
Well, maybe he doesn't, Ray. At least not to the casual observer.
He follows people through the neighborhood. He beats and robs them, yet nobody notices him.
Apparently so, but we do know he's in a position to notice them. How else would he know his victims' movements well enough to know when to rob whom and when not to?
Okay, so he notices them. They don't notice him, but he's here?
He has to be.
Edith, I'm on my way. Edith. Anybody there? Hello?
Hello? Who's there? Come in. They're screaming down on the passageway. Call the police.
It's all right, Mr. Porter. We're on our way.
You see this face? You take a good look. You come back here again, it'll be the last face you ever see.
Mrs. Chaffee? Mrs. Chaffee, you all right?
Yes, he was following me.
Who?
I don't know, there was 2 of them.
Ray.
Now, the attacker, was he the smaller man or the bigger one?
I don't know. By the time I looked, they were both running away.
Okay, would it be safe to say that what you actually saw was 2 big blurs?
Yes, I suppose it would.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Chaffee. You've been a great help.
No wonder he robs old people.
Well, why Mrs. Chaffee? It's broad daylight. She's wearing a red vest and carrying a walkie-talkie. It's like mugging a bullseye. It doesn't make sense.
Which is why he picked another victim.
And where's the victim? Why did he run?
Well, for the same reasons a lot of people don't hang around to report crimes. They're either too intimidated or too embarrassed.
Maybe.
You got a weapon?
I don't know, probably something big and blunt. Vecchio, you'll get my report in the morning.
Come on. Great. We got witnesses, we got evidence, we still got nothing. What's this? Look at this, by the right footprint. It looks like a crutch. Or something he was using as one. Diefenbaker? Oh. Hi, Gladys.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Deef. Now listen, I had no idea it would come to this, I swear. She's very nice, and there's a very nice dog biscuit in this for you, I promise.
Come on, Corky.
Deef. Oh, boy. He's so embarrassed. It's hideous. Looks like his right heel is dragging. He must have been injured in the assault. The man he attacked was indeed bigger. And I think, wait a minute. It's this way. He didn't climb it. Well, maybe his ankle is... But even a young man with an injury could step over a wall like this. Okay, so he goes around the fence, he hits the sidewalk, and the prints disappear. Oh, great, another dead end. Gone. Prints are still here. The crutch is gone. Maybe he pitched it. There. Oh no, Fraser, not another dumpster. I am not getting in the dumpster with you. Fraser, there is no way I'm getting into this dumpster with you. Don't even think about it, don't even suggest it. You know how many suits I've ruined frolicking in refuse for you? Here, check these. It's a waste of time. Half the stuff in there would qualify as a weapon. It'd have to be something concealable, probably under a coat. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Aha, there it is. That's not blood, Ray. Oh, sure it is. It's red and it's sticky. Ugh. It's ketchup. Well, who sits in a dumpster and eats ketchup? Probably someone who likes French fries.
Uh-oh.
Come here, you little rugrat. Come here, kid. Where do you think you're going? Give me the bat.
No!
Come on. Now be a good kid and give the detective the bat.
No! I found it! Get you home!
Give it!
No!
Right. You know, children are just like people, only smaller. All you have to do is reason with them. Now, son, that bat is important evidence in a criminal investigation, and we'd be most grateful if you'd cooperate.
$100!
I see. Ray. Okay, kid. Can you spell penitentiary? Let's try it together. P-E-N...
Okay, here!
Scram.
Creep!
I reasoned with him. Ray. Okay, I'm sorry, but I got the bat, and this is definitely not ketchup. But all the victims said the attacker used a knife. Now, why would you suddenly switch to a bat? Who cares? This is evidence, okay? We match up the blood type, we get lucky with a print, and we got ourselves a thief. I was wrong. No, you weren't wrong, Fraser. Come on, we got a crime and we got a weapon. I tracked the wrong man, Ray. The man with the bat is not the thief. Oh, come on, Fraser, don't do this to me. Please wait up for me. He waited here. The snow melted and then refroze under his feet. An hour, maybe longer. You live to do this to me, don't you? No sooner do I find a piece of hard evidence may actually put an actual criminal in jail. Well, I didn't say the man with the bat isn't a criminal, Ray. He just didn't commit the crimes you think he did. Oh, I see. I bet you it's that hero thing. One flub and you think you have to overcompensate. Now look at these footprints. We know from the victims that he only preys upon the weak, and yet this man, the man he attacked, has long, agile strides, whereas this man, the man with the bat, he walks with a limp. He couldn't even jump a fence to save himself, Ray. He's old. Now, why would an old man try to rob a man bigger and stronger than himself? Maybe he felt threatened by the bigger guy. Maybe. Maybe this was his solution.
A vigilante. I send you out to solve a simple string of robberies, and you bring me a vigilante. A senior citizen, no less.
Lieutenant, the responsibility for this is entirely mine.
Oh, I'm sure it is. You know, just once I'd like to have somebody besides a Mountie come into my station and confess.
Sir, I encourage these people to not allow themselves to be intimidated. Now, I had no right to compare my experiences to theirs and offer up solutions to a problem that was far more severe in their minds than I could possibly anticipate.
That might be so, Constable. But before you put on the hair shirt, none of this would have happened if Detective Vecchio would have found the thief before some little old man.
He's right, Ray.
Oh, thanks, Frazier.
No. About the little old man. He waited for the thief in the park, which means he knows the thief. He knows his movements.
So if we find the vigilante, we find the thief.
Thank you very kindly, Lieutenant. And as usual, our conversation has been extremely helpful.
I'm so glad, Constable.
Also, sir, I think you'll be pleased to know that I've taken the liberty of officially reprimanding myself.
Good. Put it in the file with the rest of them. Get out of my office.
Yes, sir. I thought the thief was somebody nobody would notice.
He is. Unless you were patient and had plenty of time on your hands and he didn't notice you noticing him.
So now we got two people noticing?
You'd have to have a clear vantage point, somewhere with a view of both sides of the tunnel. Here.
Frazier, old people do not sit outside in this weather, and if somebody did, he'd be noticed right away.
I come here every day. Where's your coat? This was his routine, Ray. Nobody questions a man who keeps to his routine.
You can't arrest Herb Colling for playing chess.
A bruise on his forehead. I should have realized.
You're not a mind reader, Frazier. You're just a Canadian. Come on, maybe we'll get lucky and he'll blurt out a spontaneous confession.
Good morning, Mr. Colling. Do you mind if I...
Public park.
You know, this park was created after the Great Fire of 1871. The mayor at the time, Joseph Meddle, dedicated it to all the citizens of Chicago to enjoy freely and equally. But people don't seem to feel very free now, do they? In fact, most people seem afraid to come here anymore.
I'm not afraid.
No. I need your advice. I found this in a dumpster. Rather nice bat. Hardly the sort of thing you'd toss away in the garbage. Don't you agree?
You're in my way.
I'm terribly sorry. See, I thought it might be valuable to somebody. It's obviously been very well taken care of. It's been oiled and cleaned regularly. The oil, as you see, has been worked into the grain. As a matter of fact, it seeped its way into the wood. It's rather like the rings of a tree, don't you think? See, I think this bat was a memento. I think it belonged to someone who played baseball, someone who loved the game. What do you think?
I wouldn't know.
It's not your bat, is it?
No.
That's strange. I saw a picture in the trophy case at the center. It was of a man with a boys' team. He was smiling, and he was holding a bat very much like this one.
This was a nice park. 40 years ago, people came all over from the neighborhood. On Sundays, they had picnics and sat in the shade. There was a fountain over there. Kids used to take off their shoes and wade in it. Splashed everybody. Made a hell of a noise. It was full of life. But look at it now. When the muggers and the junkies came, the people didn't fight back. They hid inside their homes, behind their doors. Until finally, one day when they tried to come out, they couldn't. They just couldn't. Now, it's not much, but it's my home. I'm supposed to give it up for them? For you? No. Not for anyone.
Mr. Colling, this bat has been used to hurt people. Now, maybe they deserved it, maybe they didn't, but that's immaterial. The law simply does not allow us to go about hitting each other over the head with bats. Now, if he tries again, I'll be watching.
So you decided to scare the vigilante by destroying the only piece of evidence we have against him?
Well, he may try again, Ray. I felt it was worth the risk.
You know, Fraser, it's about time someone told you. It's the little things like this that make them not want you back across the border.
I go to the counter, I buy a paper. I give her $1, she gives me my change, just like we've done 1,000 times. Only this time, she sees my red vest and calls me Mr. Not Rudy, but Mr. Porter. So, I wink at her, then she winks back at me. We're going to bingo on Saturday night. Hey, go figure. Hey? This is Unit 17. We got a problem at Parkview Towers, 3rd floor. Copy?
That's her calling. I'm sorry.
Turn left. Turn right. Face front. Do you recognize any of these men, Mr. Collins?
Mr. Colling.
No.
No, the guy slammed the back of your head into the wall repeatedly. Don't tell me you didn't see his face.
Vecchio. Perhaps you'd like to take another look.
I've seen enough.
All right, cut him loose.
Cut him loose? Lieutenant, you can't cut the guy loose.
This won't end here. He knows where you live. He knows you've seen his face.
It will end.
And someone may die.
So be it.
You know, Mr. Calling, you had the strength to swing that bat. You must have the strength to put it down. What? Nothing. No, it's just I can't help feeling...
Well, you see, that's your problem.
What?
Feelings. You got to keep the feelings out of it. This way it's just a case, just a docket with a file number, and that's it.
I suppose that's prudent. That's an H.
What?
Offender. You meant to hit a D. You hit an H.
You heard that?
Yes.
No, Ray, the thing is, the guy had his chance, okay? There's nothing more we can do for him, okay?
You're right. I know I'm right. That's a Z.
What's a Z?
A Z. You meant to hit an S.
All right, that's it. All right, look, I'm trying to type here, and what you're doing is really unnerving, okay?
I'm sorry.
Look, you don't know what the guy's gonna do. Maybe he learned his lesson.
Ray, he's determined, and he's desperate.
And he doesn't want our help.
That's true.
Don't even think about it.
I was gonna compliment you on your spacing.
Oh, yeah, right.
I was.
All right, come on, look. Maybe we can't help your friend, but the least we can do is sit on his playmate.
Here's your ID back. You check out just fine. Now, there's normally a 3-day cooling off period, but you look like a reasonable man, so in your case, I think we can waive it. But you're not going to go out and shoot someone, are you, sir? Bought yourself a fine gun. If you have any trouble, just give me a call. Thank you.
Yeah, could I have the number for the transit authority? Okay. Yeah, a ticket to Philly, how much? What's that? Yeah. Nah, I ain't got no credit card. Nah, forget it.
I should quit one of these days.
Yeah, you should.
The herd. Who would care? Not my son. He's supposed to be here every Thursday, end of the month, take me to the check cash. You think he make it? No. Phone me up. Gotta work. Can't make it. Could I make it on my own? I said, sure. Isn't that what I've been doing the last 70 years? So I'm off.
Irving.
Yeah?
I just remembered, I left a package at Alzarero's Market up there. I got to go there right now. You want me to stop at the check cash for you?
Well, I can make it, you know.
Yeah, I know, but no need for both of us to make the same trip.
police, Mr. Stegg, open up! All right, stand back and watch how we do things here in America. No neighborhood watch, no caring for your fellow man, just good old-fashioned intimidation.
You know, Ray, your methods are a source of constant inspiration to me.
Oh, well, thank you, Benny.
Look at this guy. He's a junk mail junkie.
You sure he didn't answer?
I made the call, didn't I?
What about the senior center?
No luck there either.
There he is.
Mr. Calling? Herb. Where's Herb?
He went to the check cash for me.
Yeah, but that's his coat.
He asked to borrow mine. Said he needed it for something. What's wrong?
Did you really think that I'd forgotten? Kicked out the windshield, water coming in. Fade away, fade away. Oh, push just a little too late. Is this what you want? What you need? Is this what you wanted me to be? Always love me right to you. Like it down and drive me through. No.
We just missed him. He doesn't follow them home, Ray. What? He waits for them. He already knows where they live. He delivers junk mail to the doors. He watches them cash their checks, and he cuts across the park and gets there first. Come on.
Stupid old man. Huh?
Ray, Gates.
You know.
You ain't gonna shoot me, man. You too old, man. You can't even see. Look at you. Can't even hold that thing straight.
Gunfire. I know a shortcut.
You don't like that. You're frightened. I can take your money. I can take your life. You don't know which. Which one should I take? No.
Take it.
I don't want your money.
Ray, Sapling.
Where?
12 o'clock.
Got it.
Take it! Take it, man. Come on.
There.
Take one.
You stay.
What are you doing?
Drop the gun! You are intending on shooting this man, aren't you?
Good evening.
Frazier, what are you doing?
Well, I thought I'd let him shoot me, Ray. All Mr. Calling has to do is shoot me, then he can shoot him.
Oh, as long as you got a plan.
Get out of the way. It's him I want. I just want him.
No, I understand. I understand. After all, he attacked you. He stole your money. It's perfectly reasonable.
That man is evil.
And the boys you attacked, what about them?
It's not the same.
Oh, it isn't? Oh. Well, now, you see, now I'm not so sure that I follow you. I thought it was people like them that had taken your neighborhood away from you. And I thought you wanted to take it back. Now, you see, Mr. Calling, from now on, you will have to decide who's good enough to walk on your streets and sit in your park. You will have to decide who should be protected and who should be punished. And if someone should just happen to get in your way, someone you disagree with, well, then you will have to decide whether they deserved. Oh, now I see. Now I understand. If you kill him, then he can never walk on your streets, he can never hurt another person, and he can never sit in your park ever again. I see your logic. It's airtight. Right, well then, he's all yours.
Hey, freeze!
I could have killed you.
Yes, I know.
Good plan, Benny. Well, actually, I was just kind of making it up as I went along with it. Not you, Frazier. Yeah, really. Oh, imagine that.
Come on, Mr. Calling.
So how much time do they give you?
6 months community service. You?
5 months suspended. Hey, I'm just a kid.
Play.
Why are we sitting out here? It's freezing.
Because I like it. Did you know there used to be a fountain over there?
Who cares?
Well, I do. You sit here long enough, maybe you will too. Play.
I've packed his sweater and a nice new tam o' shanter. You know, he loves it so.
Well, thank you, Gladys.
And I'll see you on Saturday, Corky.
Well, it's just for an hour. All right. Half an hour. All right, 10 minutes, and then we'll burn the tam o' shanter.
High winds north and the sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here. You wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way. Due south, that's the way I'm going. Due south.
Going back empty? Say hi to Sarah.
RCMP evidence room, Sergeant Frobisher.
How's your leg?
Who is this?
Oh, you haven't forgotten.
Geiger.
I run a scow, not a cruise ship. I take you across that border, immigration finds out I lose my boat. Where do you want to go?
As far as this will take me. And this.
Makes the border between Canada and the United States the longest undefended border in the world. So that since their formation, our two countries have found a peaceful way to coexist. Except for the War of 1812, where your country invaded ours and we sent you packing, but that's hardly worth mentioning. Now, I think I'll open the floor to questions. Yes?
Do you have to undo all your buttons to go to the toilet?
No. Anyone else? Yes?
How many do you have to undo?
Just enough to get your trousers undone. Yes.
Do they have toilets in Canada?
Yes, we do. Anyone else? Anyone else at all? Any other questions at all?
When was the last time you were home?
It's been far too long.
Just disappeared. His car was still in the garage. He hadn't taken anything from his apartment. I checked all the buses and trains. Finally, someone from the docks remembered seeing him getting on a barge that was headed here. I still can't believe that he'd just leave without saying something. I've been looking for a week. I can't find him, Fraser. I was hoping maybe he called you.
No. I'm sorry.
I just knew how close he and your father were.
They went back a long way.
I want to stay here and keep looking, but my job, they won't give me any more time, and if I lose it, well, it's just me and Patty now, you know.
I was sorry to hear about
Bruce.
Bruce.
It's okay, it was my fault. I just married the wrong man. I was in love with someone else.
Oh. You don't mean...
No, Fraser, it wasn't you.
Oh. Good. No, I don't mean good. I mean,
You haven't changed a bit. You're just like my father. You could track a man 500 miles over sheer ice, but put either of you within arm's length of a woman and you're completely lost. I put you behind the desk and you die. That's what was happening to him. I don't know what's happened, but I don't want to lose him, Fraser. I can't. Will you help me? Will you find him?
I'll do everything I can.
I haven't seen you in over 10 years, but somehow I knew if there was one person in the world I could count on, it was you.
Someone's in there.
Hey, did you see the tie-up at the border? What's going on?
Officer. Can I have the key?
I wouldn't go in there. It's a real mess.
And do you think this is the man who stole your cat? Paw marks on his cardigan. Yes, that's very conclusive. It's going to be a little difficult for me to break away from the case that I'm currently working on. But if you'd like to call back and ask for extension 312, Detectives Huey or Gardino would be glad to help you. Yes, they've been especially assigned to handle all animal-related offenses. No, ma'am. Pleasure's all mine. How's it going?
I need your help, Ray.
Does it involve domestic animals?
Not that I'm aware.
Then I'm your man.
It's a personal matter.
Violent crimes, Detective Gardino. Cat, ma'am?
7 freighters came in from northern Ontario last week, none carrying passengers. You still think your Mountie friend came in on one of these?
Seems likely. Did anything come in from Sault Ste. Marie?
2. The Lady of the Lake and a garbage scow called the Bon Vivant.
We'll try the scow.
There are 1,700 places to drive across the border between Canada and the U.S. Why would anyone in their right mind travel by scow?
I don't know, Ray. I don't know.
Sorry.
You're sure?
I'm sure.
He was my father's best friend. If he's in some kind of trouble,
I'm sure he'd call your dad.
Well, I'm sure he would if he was alive. But since he's not, he probably doesn't know who to trust. It's never an easy question. Oh, by the way, who did you know in the force?
What?
Your watch. RCMP field issue, circa 1950. Spring wound, consecutively numbered. Civilians couldn't buy them. Only a few still own them. This was my father's. Want to show me yours?
You were really his friend?
I am.
Some of the men billet over at the St. John Hotel. Try there.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, you're a real prince, Popeye. Yeah, I was thinking of going to Maui, but now that I've seen this place, I'm reconsidering.
Excuse me. This man, is he registered here?
Never seen him. Carney. 1 bag, no tip, room 202.
You sure?
I mean, we live here 24 hours of the day. I sleep here. I eat here. I know every face that comes in here.
So is he in?
I have no idea.
So what's this guy like?
What do you mean?
I mean, if this guy's unhinged, I don't want to knock on the door and be met by a bullet.
Oh, it's okay. He knows we're coming.
How could he?
You track a man about as quietly as I pass wind.
I'll wait for you downstairs.
Julie asked me to find you.
Yeah. I'll send her a postcard.
She's worried.
Nothing will happen to her if she just stays away from me.
I don't think she's worried for herself.
I'm fine.
Who is it? You're waiting for somebody, or you wouldn't have that.
So what are you going to do? Protect me?
I'd do whatever I could.
Look, I'm Buck Frobisher, you little pissant. I've taken more men down than you've ever met. The day I take help from a boy like you, the day I'll put this to my own head. Want to do something for me? I'm out of beer.
I'll have them send it up.
February 13th. 10 years ago, I would never have walked into something like this. A bear trap so poorly camouflaged a child would have seen it. But I didn't. I pried it open and got my leg out. But there was no way I could make it back. I was prepared to die out here. And to be honest, felt I deserved it. A man gets too old for a job, he should know it and stop. But then Buck found me. I don't know how. No one knew where I was going. But he found me and carried me back. 3 days over terrain a mule couldn't navigate, laughing his ass off the entire way. Riding like that, completely helpless, slung over Buck's shoulder and staring down his back, I came to understand two things. One, at a certain point in life, a man's hips spread, and there's nothing you can do about it. And two, there's a very easy way to define friendship. A friend is someone who won't stop until he finds you and brings you home.
I think I know who's after the old man. Came over the wire, so as usual, I decided to drop my life and bring it on over.
I appreciate it, Ray.
You know, this guy must be 60 years old. Doesn't look that dangerous to me.
In 1978, Harold Geiger held up a bank in southern Michigan. A guard tried to stop him. He shot the guard and 2 other employees. The police and the FBI pursued him across 5 states. Before he crossed into Canada, he'd killed 2 FBI men, a state trooper, and a highway patrol officer. Once across the border, he broke through a massive dragnet, killing a local officer, 2 provincial police officers, and 2 members of the RCMP's emergency response team. In short, he killed every cop that got close to him, except one, Buck Frobisher. Frobisher tracked him up to Whitehorse, caught up with him on a railroad bridge. A struggle ensued. Geiger went over the edge, and at the last second, Frobisher caught him by the arm. Dangling there, 200 feet above the gorge, Geiger reached into his belt, pulled out a hunting knife and jabbed it hilt deep into Frobisher's leg. Still, Sergeant Frobisher managed to pull him up, cuff him, and take him in.
And this guy's coming here to my city?
I believe so, yes.
God, I hate tourists.
So he is coming.
A few hours ago, they found the body of a Border Patrol officer in a service station restroom. They sealed the bridge immediately, but they can't be sure he didn't make it across.
He made it.
I came to offer you... My friend Detective Vecchio is waiting downstairs. He's willing to place you under protective custody until Geiger's apprehended.
That long, eh? They must have quite the budget.
The FBI has been notified, and the state troopers are watching the road, so as soon as they're sure that he's...
What, that he's coming after me? They want proof? Well, show them this. Show them my leg. 17 years ago, I didn't have to take these, to walk on it. That's what it cost me to bring him in. He's been on the road for a week now. How many cops has he killed?
2 that we know of.
Yeah, well, that brings his total up to 12. Your friend got 12 more cops he's willing to lose. I put Geiger away. He's not going to stop until he finds me and does the same.
So what do you plan to do? Keep running?
Look, You came here, you warned me, I appreciate it, but what I do or where I'm going is none of your damn business.
You know, I was reading my father's diary. It's the day that you pulled him off the ice pack.
I was 30 years old then.
So what?
I look like I'm 30? Look like I'm 40. That was when your father and I thought we were immortal. Boy, were we wrong. Look what happened to him. Look what happened to me.
You were still the same man who brought in Geiger when nobody else could.
I was the man I used to be. Right now, I'm just a guy who sits behind a desk. No, I'm a guy who's running for his life. He's ashamed of what he's become.
No, you're not. You're Buck Frobisher. And you know exactly who you are. The only question is, how long can you keep running from that? If you need money or a plane ticket.
Now, I'm moving on tonight. Let's send you a postcard.
He didn't go for it, did he? So what do you want to do?
Nothing. There's nothing we can do for him. Can you drive me home? I have to be at work early tomorrow.
Sure.
Hop on, son. We have a villain to catch.
You ran away, but you brought your dress uniform with you?
No, I rented it. If we don't catch him by Tuesday, I have to pay extra. Ready?
Ready.
Taxi! Okay.
So where do we start?
From what I know of the South Side, everything tells me that's where he's headed.
Geiger, Harold. Ooh, he's a nasty one.
You need known accomplices, girlfriends, cellmates, anyone in the city you might try to shack up with.
Local boys, here we go. Ho, Walter, armed robbery, multiple counts, currently on parole. Traeger, James, armed robbery, manslaughter, currently on parole. Welker, George, murder 1, attempted murder, mayhem, armed robbery, assault with a deadly weapon.
On parole.
Escaped and at large. I'm printing out last knowns, but the parole office could have more current addresses. I'll call when I get them.
Thank you kindly, Elaine.
You're a gem, Elaine. Come on, boys, let's move.
We appreciate your thoughtfulness, miss.
Now there's a country that knows what to export.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, this is going to take some teamwork, so listen up. Here's how it's going to be. I go to the front door, you stay in the car. I go into the bar, you stay in the car. I question the locals of the whereabouts of one Walter Ho, you stay in the car. When I get back here, where do I find you guys?
In the car?
Exactly.
Let's go.
Right. Oh, Thief, when I come back, I expect to find you in the car. Oh, before we go in, there's something I should tell you.
Hey, Chuck, long time no see.
Get out of here, Vecchio. Get the hell out of my bar. I don't need any more trouble.
Ah, come on, Chuck, you worry too much.
I just got this place put back together. You know how much it costs? I can't even get insurance anymore because of you. Someone get this group out of here.
Look, Chuck, I'm just looking for a little...
Chicago PD, pal, don't make me use my gun. That's it. That's my gun. Don't make me use it.
May I have your attention, please? Thank you.
Could I have one quick word?
Anybody carrying illegal firearms, please place them on the bar. You're under arrest. That's very good. Now place them on the bar.
You see, I've been here before, and what I found is that this is...
Right, local custom. All right, we're prepared to overlook the firearms infractions. It being hunting season and all. No, sir. You keep that. All we want is information on the whereabouts of one Walter Ho.
You want to know where Walter Ho is? You see, it's usually at this point that they'll start shooting, so if I might suggest that we just take cover behind that small wall there.
Vincent! Tell me where your father is. 956 Dearness Street.
Thank you, young man. Yes, very nice people, these Americans. You hear these stories.
I'm telling you, this is a waste of time. There's no way he gave you the right address. I mean, this is the guy's father.
You're right. Could be a trap now. We go in ready for trouble. All right, nobody move. Get your hands on the table. Get those daubers where I can see them. You, Pops, hands in the air. Oh, sorry.
Did anybody check this guy's birth date before we started out on this manhunt? Walter Ho was 91 years old. Wouldn't you say this trail's a tad cold?
He might have worked with Geiger early in his career.
Early in his career? This guy started out with the James Gang. All right, where to next?
907 Mill Street Road. I've run into this guy before. We're not going to find him in any bingo parlor. Traeger James. Born February 13th, 1937. Died November 2nd, 1993.
Okay, I'll get the shovel. You handle the interrogation.
That man was several years younger than me. You know, I always used to think that I'd want to see my enemies in their graves before I died. It's a strange feeling. Now that it's actually happened.
All right, George Welker. We have no whereabouts on him. He escaped from Pelican Bay 8 months ago. Maybe the FBI has a lead.
I think we've covered enough ground for today.
Sergeant. We will find him.
We always do.
Think you can find our way home? I'm here 24 hours a day. There's a guy behind the desk.
The roof!
That man's been working out. Oh my God.
All right, stay here. Nobody gets on this floor. How is he?
We got the bleeding stopped right away. It looks like he's out of danger.
What, they get him with a knife?
Very deep. The doctors seem to know what they're doing.
Damn it. You in there?
Recovery. As soon as they know he's okay, they'll move him.
You know, I can't believe it. I mean, it's like Frazier, he was invincible. I mean...
Yeah. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
DOA.
Type 1.
Well, you got the room to yourself. Are you really a Mountie?
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I got a nephew in Canada. His name is Gerald Simpson. You know him?
Yes.
Really? You know, I was, you're not supposed to be in here yet.
Yeah, I know that. There's a cop outside. Would you like to report me? Thank you very much. How's it going?
They tried to cut off my boots.
No.
Right up the side. I wouldn't let them.
Well, I don't blame you. Lose a leg, sure, but a good pair of boots isn't easy to replace. Does it hurt?
Yes, Ray.
Would you like a little more fluid?
No, thanks. How's Dave?
Oh, I rented him Rin Tin Tin. He's thrilled.
Thanks. Is Sergeant Frobisher out there?
Yeah, would you like me to send him in?
Please.
Oh, I'm gonna go down to the store. Do you want anything?
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking maybe the Yukon Gazette or Toboggan Today.
No, I'm fine.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. I wanted you to know it wasn't your fault.
How do you figure that?
Well, he surprised me, too. I walked right into it.
Well, as I recall, you kicked your way into it. And you won't be doing that again too soon.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Well, it'll get well if you stay off it. But that's the hard part. You know, when it happened to me, I told myself, you get back up and get out there, they're going to put you behind a desk. Sure.
Oh, I can't imagine that. I'm sorry.
Well, there are worse places. We visited one yesterday.
I think you should take up Ray's offer.
Protective custody, yeah. Be the smart thing to do. Well, you take it easy. Get some rest.
Yeah, that'd be the smart thing to do.
You remember that wallet that you stitched for your father when you were just a little kid?
He showed you that?
But he used it until it started to fall apart, and he used it even after then. When I brought him out that time, it must have fallen out of his pocket and got lost. When he got out of the hospital, the first thing he did was go back up there to try to find it.
Did he?
Yeah.
You make it?
He threw himself down an elevator shaft.
He made it. Where's Buck?
Ray, could you... Do I have to? Please. Where the hell did Frobisher go?
He went after Geiger.
And where are you going?
Get my uniform.
And then what?
And we go after Frobisher.
Oh, yeah, this makes sense. We got half the police department after this guy, but is he gonna worry about that? No, he's got 2 limping Mounties on his tail.
Stand back, son. There's a villain on the loose. Taxi!
George, Harold. Look, I need some help.
Slow down a little. Stop.
What, you see another bent twig?
No, it's a gum wrapper. There appears to be something inside.
Of course there is. Disease. Someone had that in their mouth. Now don't be opening that in my car.
Geiger gave up smoking in prison using nicotine gum.
Oh, well, that's good. God forbid he should have any bad habits. Oh, no, you're tasting things again? Oh, that is the grossest thing that I've ever seen.
It's nicotine, all right. I see it.
What, more gum?
No, a red uniform.
Did you find the gum?
Yes.
He's in there and he's got company.
How many?
5, heavily armed.
That's it. We call in the tactical team.
You call in anybody you want. I'm going in there myself.
You think that's a wise idea?
There's no discussion here, Buck.
Look, 1 week ago, that man in there stole my self-respect. At least I let him steal it. Now I want him to know I'm taking it back now. I'm going in alone.
I understand.
You understand? Let me suggest another interpretation to you. That is the stupidest reason I've ever heard in all my life.
All right. I won't be long.
Oh, one thing. If we should happen to feel that he's also stolen something from us...
Will you come too?
Good.
This has gone far enough. Okay, let me point something out to you that your sharp mounty eyes may have missed. You see those windows up there? There are men in those windows with sniper scopes and high-powered rifles. Do you see any cover between here and there? No, which means there's no way to get from here to there without being seen or killed.
He's absolutely right.
Which is a shame, because if there was, I'd be the first to say, let's do it.
Unless...
I've never been so humiliated in all my life.
Could you hold the lantern a little higher, Ray? If we bump the sides, we'll have to return the canoes scuffed.
Do you have any idea what's in this water?
I would suspect a high percentage of ammonia, phosphorus, and cyanide.
Wrong. Rats. Rats this big, and you know what they're doing? They're laughing at us. I'm in a canoe with 2 wounded Mounties, and I'm being humiliated by rats.
I think we're getting close.
It's been 7 hours, Harold. He's not coming.
He's coming. I laid out a trail of clues for him that even a blind man could follow.
Yeah, and he'll bring the whole damn Chicago PD.
I know him. He will come alone.
You see any squad cars? I want to hear about it before they get here.
Take these.
I try to stay away from non-prescription medicines, Ray.
It's aspirin.
Still, it has side effects.
Just take them.
All right.
I'll take a couple of those.
Okay. Now, the way I see it is, I'm the only one with a gun, right?
Right.
So let's take them one at a time.
Excuse me. Good plan.
Let's split up.
problem?
He's not gonna...
Not this time.
See you again.
I'll be waiting. Get a chance, shoot him.
Yeah.
Where you stay out that lake now?
I'll do that. Did you call Julie?
Yeah, she's gonna pick me up at the airport. You know about her and Bruce.
Yeah, I was sorry to hear that.
That happens. She was in love with someone else.
So she said. You know the fella?
Yeah. Nice guy. Kind of guy that never let a friend down.
Sounds like a good man.
Yeah. Goodbye, Fritz.
Goodbye.
Taxi.
Can I offer you a ride?
Absolutely.
Ready?
Let's go, son. We've got a plane to catch.
High winds, northern sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here. You wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way. Due south.